That dude could have started for the Yankees too if he wanted to. He was nasty. He was a good athlete.
Yeah, he was out there on the diamond too, holding it down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, didn't
He was-
he was going to go play?
Yeah, he wasn't going to play for
He actually
for football.
he actually did.
Refused to play for the Colts.
Yep. So
blame him.
they did a 30 for 30 on it because it wasn't just about him. It was about that whole draft because that draft was just loaded. Marino, McCoy's boy Jim Kelly
Yeah.
got drafted by Buffalo and said, "Who would want to go play in Buffalo? I'm not going there," and went and played in the other league.
Did he?
Yeah.
So then why'd he come back and
But,
play in Buffalo?
Because the other league ended up
Because
collapsing.
Donald Trump ran it.
Nah, the things tend to collapse that he runs, huh?
Shocker.
We're seeing it in
I hope
person.
not.
But yeah, he didn't want to play for the Colts, and he told him, "If you draft me," and Jim Irsay had just become the GM, and he said, "If you draft me, I'm not coming to play." And Irsay was like, "There's no way in hell that I couldn't draft this kid. Like I couldn't pass up on him." So he was literally going to go play for the Yankees, and things worked out. The owner finally stepped in, and they worked out the way they did, and he went to the Broncos. But he was like the originator of kind of forcing his way to where he wants to go, like what Eli Manning did with the Chargers and Giants.
Eli just couldn't play baseball.
Yeah. There was who was the other dude that played for the Yankees? Drew Henson
Yeah,
with the Cowboys too.
The Michigan QB, right?
Yep. He played for the Yankees, and then he tried playing for the Cowboys too.
Yeah.
He
During the
did
Cowboys'
that
nice
shit.
run of stellar QBs.
His indecisive ass
Tony Romo's
waited
nice.
too long, and he sucked at both sports and in the pros because he just waited way too long to just stick with one of them. It ended up kicking him in the ass on that one.
Yeah, if you're gonna make that move, you got to be decisive with it and just go with something. You know, you can't sit there and like waffle and go back and forth.
No, that's a choice you got to make in your early 20s and go with it.
Yeah,
He was
There are
behind.
very
he was behind the game.
few that are Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson that can go out there and do both at a very high level.
you think we'll ever see another player type like that can play both sports professionally at the same time?
Isn't there
Will
some
we
dude
ever?
now?
Probably. Will we ever? Probably. Who
Well,
the hell
I mean,
it's gonna
I'm
be, I don't know.
sure there's guys that can, like that are capable of doing it right now.
Like, so Jameis Winston is one. Jameis Winston
be a
played
closer,
for
right?
FSU's baseball team. He was a closer for him, and he was good. He threw in the mid-90s.
Yeah, that's right,
So
he
if he
did.
really wanted to devote some time to baseball, he could have done both.
NFC South champs right there.
Yeah, well, we're getting to that.
Yeah, well, you know my
but the
pick.
other
With the goats.
The other part of that, the other part of that, though, McCoy, is that a lot of kids are kind of forced one way or the other by the time they get to
right.
college. So you just kind of you don't go anywhere after that, especially skill position players. If you're a pitcher, making it to the major leagues takes so much time
Right.
Not
versus
Tim
if you're a
Tebow.
position player.
Not if you're Tim Tebow.
I don't see him on a pro team.
so,
I'm making my push.
so you don't think anything like it's like Deion Sanders or Bo Jackson like situation where that actually happens will
I
come
think-
around again?
I think it will, but I think those are like once in a generation type players.
Which is crazy because we had both of them in the early '90s, and
Yeah.
so it's
Yep.
crazy to get
Bo
two players
Jackson.
like
I
that.
saw a highlight video of him the other day, and it just said Bo's greatest highlights. So, okay, I'll watch this. 9 minutes of him just doing things that you can't imagine a human being being able to do in sports. It was amazing.
Yeah, that dude's unreal. I watched that. You guys ever watched that 30 for 30 on him?
I was about to say,
Oh,
he's like
yeah.
a real life Hawkeye, man, right?
He's
Yo,
a lot
my
cooler,
favorite story from that 30 for 30 is when his football coach from college is talking to them. Said, I was at the pool and I went to Bo and he was in about waist deep water. And I said, all right, Bo, time to go. We got to go hit the weight room or whatever it was. He said Bo just looked at him, just jumped up out of the water right onto the ledge of the friggin' pool.
Yes, he
From
did.
waist deep
That's
water.
insane.
That's like the stories you hear about, like Adrian Peterson. Like Bob Stoops said that,
Yeah.
you know those pyrometric boxes that go like 4 feet and you just try to stand there and jump? They said he would do it with 60-pound dumbbells in his hand. Like,
Doesn't
like,
even
get
make
the
any
fuck outta
sense,
here,
man.
AP.
You're carrying small children in your hands, jumping up, stuff like that.
Right.
Imagine just being at a pool and just watching someone just jump out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be scared.
It's like, what'd you just do, man?
That's like my pool. It's like my parents just waste Steve. It'd just be like if I just hopped up on the deck from the pool, like whoop, I'm out.
And apparently he did it effortlessly, like it was just an everyday occurrence.
Oh, let's go.
It's just how he gets out of pools, man.
I would jump everywhere.
Word. I don't need a ladder.
I'd
I'm good.
never use the stairs at the pool ever again.
Stairs are for wimps.
I jump. Watch this.
Right? I would look at other people use the ladder and just jump and be like, oh.
Puny human.
Mortals.
Yeah.